Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier here for our weekly Tongren session. This is our distance healing treatment so that anyone in the world can get their own personal customized treatment. And I'm just going to connect to our friends on Instagram for a moment. And we will be ready to go. And we are ready to go. And we will start right away. It is now 6 o'clock. As I say, I'm Joseph Lucier. Tongren is a distance healing methodology where I can be sitting here in my special location in Massachusetts, United States. And actually, I treat people from all over the world, probably 20, 30, maybe even 40 different countries now. But you just have to put in a request either on Facebook or on my website or on Instagram. And we will be happy to include you in our sessions. So let's begin right away. We have some people that also texted in for us. And we will start with Blue Sky. And we teach the Tongren, and it's a simple methodology so that you can do it yourself. Our motto is healing without borders, and be your own healer so that you can actually use this for yourself, your friends, and your family. And in addition to that, we also focus on breath techniques, which we're teaching this weekend. There's actually seats still open for this Saturday from 1 to 5 if you still want to join us for advanced techniques. Blood flow to the brain. Hello, Jenny Finn. So blood flow to the brain. So let's see what Blue Sky is interested in. Relaxed mind, confidence for Isaac, peaceful mind for mom and dad, and kidney health for Mittens. Okay, so we do our 3-part process that allows us to initialize the entire body. Blood flow to the brain and brain command points. So these are power points, extra efficient points. So in the brain, we have the command points of the endocrine system, the central nervous system, the nerves, so biochemicals and bioelectrical communication of the entire body. Brain stem is also a command point for the cardiac, respiratory, vasculatory centers. So we work on blood flow and nerve flow. That's our main area to focus. I want you to see my hand so you can tap along, ideally. So blood flow is vertebral artery to the spinal artery. C1 to C7, but also GB13 for a relaxed mind. GB13 frontal lobe area, confidence, GB13 right side and left side. And for confidence, connecting to your true self, having faith that you can do whatever you need to do, that would be the Tong, the third eye area. So blood flow and nerve flow to the entire spine. C1 to C7, peaceful mind, GB13, anti-inflammation. And for Kimbies, we have detox, adrenal health, and full healing of broken ribs. All right, Jenny, thank you for the update. T123478 for detox. For kidney health. For mittens. L1, L2, L1, L2 for the kidneys. For mittens. I'm presuming that's a cat. That's my guess. Hello, Jacqueline. Good to see you. So we'll continue with the detox, T123478. Healing of broken bones, so we want blood flow, nerve flow, and absorption of minerals to rebuild. So the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. I didn't send you a link yet. Yep, I'll send you an invite. I'll send you a formal invite for our meeting later today. And we can work, maybe spend an hour or so, but at least I can give you the information. And then there's another repeat. We're talking about the oxygen medicine Just Breathe workshop this weekend. And you can join us for the full workshop, which I think is in a couple months, maybe 3 months. I got to look over my schedules. Mumashadi, welcome. I think Facebook should have a wave hand thing going on. And for detox, the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5, and for the broken ribs, T1, T12, thyroid and calcium balancing, C6, C7, T1. And L1 to L5, L1, L2, adrenals and kidneys for mittens and for kimbies, and then T7, right side for the blood flow, for the ankle, the right foot, and the ouch point, the right foot area. And hello, Mumashari, good to see you. Wave, okay. I guess technically there is a wave now from Facebook. Good job. And blood flow and grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we will work on Jenny Finn, and then Catherine, and then Ferris's mom. So blood flow to the brain. And for a few of us, we have ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow to the brain command points, GV 19, 20, 21, 22. Command point to the brain stem, which is going to include also blood pressure. CV 17 for blood pressure. Beats and nitric oxide breath techniques can also help that. Things like Wim Hof breath. So for Jen, muscle, tendon, tear, and arch of left foot. So again, calcium balancing, C6, C7, T1, muscles and tendons. That's a BL9, which is a command point for the muscles and tendons. Any thoughts for treatment? For tears and healing, I would use a clay pack or castor oil pack, probably a clay pack, and maybe some yarrow tea in it for the healing of the tears. And of course, internally, turmeric. Chi for perfect blood, lymph, and GERD coming right up. So for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes for Ferris. C3 and C4 for the eyes. So blood flow and nerve flow for the left foot, T7 right side, and for both feet, for everyone with feet problems, blood flow and nerve flow, lumbosacral plexus. And we'll repeat the eyes, but macular degeneration, GV17, C3, and the ouch point for the eyes, and of course, the liver for the eyes as well in Chinese medicine. And we don't want to miss the sprained right finger. So just as we do lumbosacral plexus for the right, the feet, left foot, we do the brachial plexus, excuse me, for the right middle finger. So leading the bioelectricity from the plexus, from the shoulders, down the arm to the ouch point of the right middle finger. So all the muscles from the scapular area and all the nerves from the brachial plex area, again down to the right middle finger. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. C4, 5, and 6 for the throat. Shoulder release point for the throat, neck, and arms. And also for the arms. Welcome, Maria. Left finger. Yep, it says left foot. Oh. Well, there you go. Bonus. Left finger. From brachial plexus down to the left finger. The shoulder release point. GB20, both sides. Anti-inflammation. C5, 6 for the heart and blood pressure. And then grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Hashtags. Yep, I'm working it. So our next two programs, by the way, we have a colon cleanse coming up in 2 weeks, and we have an Just Breathe workshop, breathing retraining workshop, Saturday. Upper dantian, middle dantian, and lower dantian. Okay, and we also have the request. I do have the request for Esther and Drew. You will not be missed. So next we will work with Mumashadi, Chi for perfect blood, lymph, and GERD, and continued blessings and gratitude. Blood flow to the brain, as well as loose belly fat, bones, and cartilage, because we want to work on bones for the perfect blood, because that's where you make the blood, in the bone marrow. Bone marrow is like an organ, generates blood. And hello, welcome, Nitika. And intrigued newcomer is, I'm guessing, is that Les? Good to see you, man. It's great to see you. Sometimes you need to get over the hump, you know? A little extra push once in a while. That's what we want to do. Good for you for taking the initiative and doing so good. Blood flow to the brain and brain command points. And we have a request for loose belly fat, yoga, sit-ups, fasting, and cleansing. You can join our colon cleanse. So let's do the major bone support for everyone, which is going to include Maria for platelets, and we'll get to your indigestion. It's going to include Mumashari for perfect blood, and it's going to include Intrigue Settler for regeneration of bones. So let's work on the bone source. First, hypothalamus and pituitary, which is the bone building gland areas. That's part one. Part two is the craniosacral fluid, which supports the circuit of craniosacral fluid from the sphenoid bone and the ventricles, which are like balloons, pumping craniosacral fluid up and down the spine. So from the sphenoid bone to the tailbone 1, 2, 3, and 4. T1 for the bones and bone marrow, GB39 for the bones and bone marrow as well. Working on perfect chi. T1, 2, 3, lungs and lymph. And GERD, CV17. Indigestion, CV17. For Marie. CV4 and down. Grounding stomach 36, liver 3, and kidney 1. And ouch point right hip area for intrigued settler. So first the nerve flow, brachial plexus, the lumbosacral plexus, blood flow, T7 abdominal blood, and the ouch point, the right hip. And hello, Jim. Nice to see you. And then the vagus nerve to the gut, also for the microbiome. Gut-brain axis, it's called. Vagus nerve to the gut, CV17. CV4. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And a little bit extra for the bones, GB39. Okay. And I think we've got that covered. Marie, Jenny, Esty, I see your request. And for loose belly fat, metabolism T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 as well. Nitika, how you doing? How's your vision? Nitika is asking for remaining brain tumor after surgery, inhaling frankincense, as I mentioned before. Lots of vitamin B12. And let's do a little bit extra for the GERD and indigestion before we move away. T7, spleen, T9 left side for the stomach, CV4 for the stomach, and CV17 for indigestion. And reducing the heat in the area. So let's work for Nitika, Esther, and make sure I didn't miss anyone. Blood flow to the brain, 3 areas, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery for Nitika. C3 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes. But let's really initialize the central nervous system to wake up those nerves for the whole body. GV19 and 21. Gallbladder 19 and 21. Vision loss, C3 for the eyes. And we'll work on your appetite too, Les. Numbness on the right side, so we work on the brain on the left side. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, Hey, I'm going to try something real quick. Earth. Would everybody like the sound of the earth in the background? There's always a commercial. And I will do this. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Great band. Videos. Earth. Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth tone. Schumann. Resonance.
If you're still trying to figure out how to start an online business or how to get people to actually buy from you over the internet, I have some really good news for you that I think you're going to...
There we go. Oh, it looks like I've been playing it before. So in the background, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have the sound of the Schumann resonance, the vibration of planet Earth. I forget the number. So let's continue on. Don't want to miss anyone. Esther, you're next. So for numbness, of course, vitamin B12, all your B vitamins. Sublingual B12 is the best. So let's work on the nerves for the shoulders, brachial plexus, phonetica, and for the legs and the tingling, lumbosacral plexus. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. The earth tone is pretty cool. This is what they call the Schumann resonance. Hello, Henry and Fran. Okay, whoops, we seem to have gone quickly. And Carol, don't worry, you won't be missed. So let's begin. Blood flow to the brain. We'll work with Carol and Esty for blood clot, and Esther for difficult walking, hip and pain for Esther, and then we'll work with Esther's daughter. Blood flow to the brain. So for Carol, we'll do the cancer protocol, which is the phrenic nerve and the diaphragm. 2-part process. Oxygenation. We're working with CML. If you do breath holds, I would imagine that it would release blood from the spleen and it might help it to relax. But we'll work on the spleen as well. So blood flow and nerve flow, vertebral artery to the spinal artery. T7 for the spleen, a large spleen with cysts on backside. So the ouch points, T6, 7, and 8. Taking 2 ounces of aloe vera. So let's work on the blood clots, which is managed by bones, bone marrow, left thigh, ouch point, craniosacral fluid from the sphenoid bone to the tailbone, 1 to 4. So for Esther, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. anti-inflammation, aloe vera, twice a day would be my recommendation. Microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. So T1 for the bones, craniosacral fluid for the bones, and CML. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for Drew and Esther, inflammation. And for Esther, the brachial plexus for the arms, lumbosacral plexus for the hips and the legs, hip pain. L1 to 5. And Drew, you're next. Blood clots, also for the bones and the ouch point, the right thigh for Esty. And is everybody ready? We can do a big lymph tune-up for everyone. And the question is, how do I regain muscle with Tongren? CJ Carroll. Okay. So let's talk about gaining weight. GERD is definitely better. Yay. Of course, there's always apple cider vinegar or apples, which are good, but Tongren is working, so awesome. Blood flow to the brain. Left rib area. So vertebral artery to spinal artery, the entire spinal artery for Carol. And you have another request also, Carol. That is lost weight. Okay. So let's do a complete lymph tune-up. L3 for the lymph. And then the 5 main points of the lymph tune-up. Axillary lymph. Inguinal lymph. And lymphatic duct for everyone for the lymph areas. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Anti-inflammation. And for all healthy blood and lymph nodes, you're done with chemo pills. They have caused me severe issues. Had to go to the ER again. So let's go to the microbiome. This is also for weight gain. So in order to gain weight, you need to make sure the body is nourished. You need to clean the colon and then allow increased digestion, absorption, elimination, and make sure you get a lot of mineral dense and vitamin dense foods. People say we are what we eat. That's not completely true. We are what we absorb. T3 again for the lymph, lumbar 1 to 5. So let's work with Drew and Jim next. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. PTSD, GB13, right side for Jim. And for curious person, I'm glad to hear that your vision is better. Hello, Esther, master peacemaker. So do people like the earth tone? Being in harmony with the earth. There are techniques called earthing, where you can touch the earth or have your bed connected to the earth. So PTSD for Jim, Parkinson's, neuropathy, insulin resistance, inguinal hernia. And Henry and Drew. So let's work on the sinuses, the ouch points for Drew. And I gave you a call, Drew, if you're still interested in the workshop on Saturday or in 2 weeks from now for the cleanse. I can give you a call tomorrow if you like. Vertebral arteries, spinal artery. So for anyone that's had the vaccine, anti-inflammatory measures, proteolytic enzymes, pine needle tea, and for Drew, T123478 for allergies, and GV17 for circulation. T123478, L1, L2 for kidneys. Lumbar 1 to 5, sacrum 1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4. And we have some new people here for social media. We have Vicky Layton and Carol Cole. And we'll get all of that in there taken care of. So next we have Henry with Fran and Vicky and Carol from Facebook. Blood flow to the brain. Please tap for esophageal cancer, for which she is getting immunotherapy. And hypothyroidism, she's hungry all the time. Meds for this recently adjusted. Blood flow to the brain. So for the hypothyroid, we work on the pituitary, the hypothalamus, and C6, C7 thyroid, parathyroid. And for the daughter of Esther, which I did not yet include, abs surgery, hip abdomen surgery for the daughter. Blood flow to the abs, T7 right side. Ouch point for the abs, CV12. L1 to L5. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Especially 8 for esophageal cancer. Blood flow and microbiome for gaining weight, T11, T12, L4, L5. L1 to L5, a T8 esophagus, so T7, T8 for esophageal cancer, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 to support the immune system, C6, C7 thyroid area, and additional support superior inferior thyroid arteries. GV20 for the hunger all the time. And Jim, we did not finish with all of your stuff yet. We're going to work on Parkinson's right now, neuropathy, insulin resistance, and inguinal hernia. Blood flow to the brain. The limbic system and substantia nigra part of the brain. And the gut-brain axis for the Parkinson's because of the migration of alpha-synuclein proteins from the gut to the brain. So the vagus nerve and CV4, the gut-brain axis. Neuropathy. So if people are interested in any of the workshops, let me know. We have the colon cleanse, detox cleanse next month. And we have the breathing workshop, which a lot of people may not realize, even when you breathe through the mouth instead of the nose, your jaw and teeth can change structure. Slow process to correct, but it can be done. Neuropathy, GV19 and 21, CNS control, brachial plexus for the arms, lumbocervical plexus for the legs, and GV13, right side for the PTSD, inguinal hernia right in the groin area. Blood flow to the brain for Jim. Insulin resistance. Bring your fat intake to 10% and 20% in your diet. That will reverse the insulin resistance. And we'll work on T8 for the pancreas. So Vicky, you next as well. Anti-inflammation for everyone. And timid local. Parkinson's for your dad. Let's do that also again. Blood flow to the brain. Gut-brain axis. That's the main points for our Parkinson's treatment because that's the source. Usually there's constipation, there's gut dysbiosis, proteins aggravate, they travel by way of the vagus nerve to the brain, to the substantia nigra part of the brain. That is the process. NP. No problem. Yep. Blood flow to the brain. Substantia nigra part of the brain for both people for Parkinson's. Avoid toxins like lead. Do detox cleanses to remove heavy metals, which is another potential cause for Parkinson's. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for everyone, anti-inflammation. And then grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And timid local, we'll get all those requests next. And we'll continue to work with Carol for weight loss, regain muscle. So that requires lots of good protein, not necessarily from meat, but good protein powders, greens, sprouted greens. There's a good company, Boku, which we talked about before. And then there's also Vibrant Health and Vitamineral Green. Those are different types of green foods, which are super efficient. And of course, wheatgrass. So tapping for inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for the brain. So the best counter for parasite die-off is clay. Clay will attach to the die-off and escort it out of the body. You need binders. So clay, glutathione, apopectin. But clay is the best. Clay baths, clay foot soaks. So as soon as you can to remove the parasite die-off and continue the process. And that will also help with your depression as well. Blood flow to the brain. So for the depression, GB13, but probiotics, fermented foods for depression and anxiety would be the best recommendation in addition to GB13. So we tap for your dad, and for you, infertility, spinal pain, organizational functioning. So vertebral artery to spinal artery, L1, 2, and 3. For spinal pain, systemically, craniosacral fluid. Vertebral artery to spinal artery, to the tailbone for spinal pain. GB13 right side, but especially GB13 left side for organizational functioning. And for your mom's slip disc, we'll work on the whole spine, unless you know which disc it is. So blood flow to the brain to reduce inflammation to the brain. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for detoxing and the microbiome. And for Carol, CML, good to see you. T11, T12, L4, L5. L1, 2, 3 for infertility. So we'll work on the microbiome also for Carol. And for depression, we work on the microbiome also. T11, T12, L4, L5. For frontal headache, GB13. No. GB. There's GB17, BL9. GB20. That's what I'm kind of thinking of. GB20, but the whole occiput area for frontal headache. So the occiput and C1 for the frontal headache. Covers the dermatomes and the migraine or brain headache point. GB20. GB12. Anti-inflammation and prevention of ovarian cancer. So 2 parts, oxygen, phrenic nerve, CV17, the diaphragm. Also, we work on the sky window. The oxygen sensors are in there. There's a carotid artery sensor. So we'll work on that as well. And CV4. So CV4 for this ovarian cancer prevention and L3 for ovarian cancer prevention as well. The best aloe vera is Herbal Answers. I can send you a link. It is Aloe Answers. That's a discount for everyone if they want to go Aloe Answers. AloeAnswers.com. And the coupon for 15% is Anusara1. Give me a discount coupon to hand on to you guys. So last round, vertebral artery to the spinal artery. And then we'll do a little bit of breath work. I'd be interested to hear what kind of workshops you guys would like to hear about. I do Tongren Masterclass. Sadly, I do the oxygen, which is you have techniques and a device which can actually increase the oxygenation of your tissues, which is anti-cancer. Then the colon cleanse, coming up in 2 weeks. The only other good thing for die-off, of course, is extreme hydration, green juicing, and fasting as well. Fasting and juicing as well. So vagus nerve to CV4, gut brain axis. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Did everybody like the tone? That is the sound of the earth vibrating. Okay, we got everybody covered right on time. If I missed anyone, please remind me. Tooth infection and what to get the acid out of the gums. So, acid out of the gums. So let's tap for tooth infections, blood flow to the brain, ouch point of the jaw, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Acid out of the gums, so that would be, you'd need something alkaline. So alkaline water, baking soda, bicarbonate of soda. That will be the best option. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for infection. Ouch point, C6, C7 for the tooth. Acidity, so we want to do alkalinity. Work on the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. And let me know if anybody out there is interested in the workshop called Just Breathe or the 7-day colon cleanse program, which gets an international audience a lot. So again, the ouch point for the teeth, frontal lobe headache, GB13, left side, right side, again for Jenny. And the 3 Dantian areas, series, the in-tongue, third eye, GB17, the upper organs and endocrine system, thymus, CV4, lower organs, digestion, absorption, and elimination. And it is our main Dantian for energy production. Stomach 36 for everyone. Make sure I didn't miss any people coming in late. So as I typed it, Anusara number 1. Yep, ANUSARA 1 as in number. No spaces. It has polysaccharides, which are fuel. It has microphage activity, which is cleanup. Might even be good for anyone with any torn tissues or ligaments or issues. It has alkaline. It's super hydrating. It also has, a good one has Essiac herbs, which are anti-cancer. So anyone with cancer or wanting to extra detox, get the green bottles with the Essiac herbs in it, which are activated in the aloe vera itself. Probably the best way to take Hessiac herbs. And grounding, and it is right on time. So we'll give a charge to everyone. Take a deep breath. You can even do a 4-6-6 breath. Breathe in 4. Out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through the nose. Hold for 6. Big crowd tonight. Good to see everyone. Welcome back to our community of healing. Okay. You're welcome, Jim. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting better. Always feel free to ask me any specific questions. For you, it would be detox smoothies with ideally with sea vegetables, cilantro and parsley, and lots of leafy greens. I would use lots of probiotics for your food, and continue with your exercise as much as possible. And anything else that I can think of, I will pass it on. Thanks very much, everyone, and have a great day. Awesome to see everyone. And see you next time, or email me or text me in the meantime. Take care and have a great day. Blessings to you too, Carol. You're welcome, Nitika, as well.